showed, well, just not only me, but everybody back there that he's the guy. He has more heat than anybody.
Yes.
And they did him just like they used to do Vickie Guerrero.
Yes.
They wouldn't even let Vickie Guerrero talk. As soon as you open my mouth, they start putting. That's I saw that with Dominik last night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wrestling Time Machine by Sportskeeda. You can find us at WrestleBinge on YouTube and anywhere you find your favorite podcast. I'm Mac Davis. Next to me is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long and wrestling journalist Mr. Bill Apter. Hey, guys.
Well, I'm just laughing because if these people knew what was going on between the breaks, when we go to break,
Really?
You know what? We're going to start showing what happens when we go to break because, ladies and gentlemen, Mac Davis is just, I have no idea. No answers for it. I have no words. I don't know what to say.
You know what it is? All you guys have to do is show up. I've got to sit here and get everything, all the questions and everything.
Oh, wow. Now,
Eddie, I
okay.
cannot believe that what he said, that we are legally in trouble if we air it. We can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, what? We can't, huh? What can we not run?
Listen.
I don't want to be implicated in this thing.
No. All right, guys, let's talk about the second round. The second round of the draft for WWE took place on Monday Night Raw, and let's talk about some of the people they got. Raw took SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley right off the bat. That's a big find. Teddy, I know you had a chance to see Rhea because you were there. Is she as built and big as she looks on TV?
Exactly. Looks great, man. And there's no fat on her, man. Great body, man, lean. And I watched her in catering too, so she's very, cautious about her eating habits and stuff. So she was real healthy eating there, man. So, but she looks the part. She looks great.
But you got that title there. It's in the wrong brand now.
Yep.
What's going to happen with that?
That's a story.
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
That's why you need authority figures.
Yeah.
And I know why Teddy was in catering. And he sees that's because JBL spends all his time in catering, and that's where Teddy knows to find JBL.
Right.
Well,
Is that right?
That's really pretty much the truth. Because,
I know.
Me and JBL, that's what we were. We sit in catering most half of the day, but I've watched him too. He's eating healthy now too.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight. He looks in good shape.
Yeah, he was eating real healthy, man. So, but catering is sometimes a good place to be, man. Just sit down and, reminisce and stuff, man. It's great. And sit back and just watch people.
Yeah.
It's entertaining, I'm telling you.
Well, let me ask you, while we're here, we got time. If you're sitting back there, what kind of things do you observe? What do you see that you find funny in the back that, it's like you just can't believe some of the shit you see?
Well, it ain't that bad. I just look at some, some of them sometimes and they just take it so serious, nothing really wrong with that, but just settle down. You know what I mean? Relax a little bit. But some of them, they're just wound up, man, but they're excited. They're young and they just want to be in the business, and they want to do good. So I understand that, but all they got to do is just relax. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go through this pretty quick because I want to get through who all got drafted where, but then I want to ask you about some of the special people that came in. Let's see. We have Rhea Ripley went to Raw. SmackDown, United States Champion Austin Theory now will be on SmackDown, which I'm not surprised by that because of the new title that'll be on Raw that's been introduced. I think we'll see Cody Rhodes probably end up with that title. That's my guess that we're going to see. Yeah, I think that's who's going to be carrying that belt around because I can see that happening very easily.
I think what they're going to do, though, if Cody wins that, if he does that, they're going to find some way to make a match against Roman Reigns for his titles as well. I just feel it. I really do.
I got confused now. We have Roman Reigns has 2 titles right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I understood Triple H correctly, by him going to stay on SmackDown, one of those titles has to be dropped. Is that correct?
I don't think so. I think it's just the Universal Heavyweight Championship. But
there's 2 belts, though. What am I?
I know, but it's still the Universal title. So if Cody wins the world title, it could be the Universal title against the world title. I think that opens up a hell of a series of matches.
Yeah, it does. I'm just confused why he's carrying two belts. If they're both the Universal title, why is he carrying two Universal title belts?
Well, they merged the Raw and SmackDown belts were kind of merged into one. So there's no longer a Raw title, really. So it's
except for the new title, which is only going to be defended on Raw.
Right, but they made these two belts into one belt, and they're calling it the Universal title. That's how I.
So he's not losing the belt. He's just. I mean, he is, but he's not. Roman will eventually be walking around with one belt, and Cody with one belt.
Well, they may eventually just make a belt that says Universal Champion.
Teddy, what are your thoughts? I'm going to bring this up. People are going to think we're jumping all over the place.
I have no thoughts on it because we don't know. You know what I mean? Everything, like I always say, everything they do is done for a reason. Sometimes they do things because they don't know which way they're going to go. So they just do something until they figure it out. So I think we'll just have to wait and see what happens because right now with all the changes, the draft and everything's a mystery. So now we just got to watch and see how the stories plays out.
Yeah, let me ask you both one question, and I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyhow. When it comes to a world title for a company, should there be two world titles, one on SmackDown, one on Raw? You know what I'm saying? As far as a heavyweight title, what looks like to be their belt. Shouldn't there just be one WWE belt and that be it?
I wouldn't do that. You got two brands. You got three different brands. You need an NXT title, you need a SmackDown title, and you need a Raw title. So I think, in my opinion, you'd have a title for each brand.
So there's not too many titles out there to you guys? You don't feel like there's just too many titles?
No.
See, I like the old days of the NWA when you had that one title. You might have had one auxiliary title underneath it, and that title was the same title used year after year after year after year.
But see, that's what I keep trying to tell you. Those days are gone.
Right. Yeah. Right. I hate that. Okay, let me. I'll be quiet here. Let's go into the Brock Lesnar announcement by Triple H. Fact that Brock Lesnar is basically a free agent and he can fight wherever the hell he wants.
So
good for Brock.
Right. He can show up and he can tell his wife he's going out on Monday or Friday or both of them.
He can tell her I'll go out on Monday and I'll be back late Monday night.
Right.
All right, let's see. In the draft, going to Raw is
wait, Matt. That just makes it more exciting because you don't know where he's going to show up, and you don't know who he's going to attack.
That's right.
Well, and I prefer that. If you want to know the truth of the matter, I like when we used to have wrestlers who would kind of rotate in and out of the territories. Back in the territory days, you didn't get tired of somebody because they would come in and do a program for a period of maybe 4 months, whatever, maybe even a year. But then they would just kind of go away. Loser leaves town. They were gone. You didn't see them again for a while. I think sometimes we overexposure of some talent. And now that I see how they're doing Roman Reigns, I love how they book Roman Reigns now.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's see. We have coming to Raw, the undisputed tag team champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
SmackDown grabs the Usos. So now the Usos are with the Bloodline still, and they're all together again, which is...
We don't know that. We don't know that because...
That's right.
One of the Usos was pinned the other night. Roman Reigns, even though he's on SmackDown, is storyline very upset at the whole situation here. There could be a split in the Usos as well.
Yes, yeah, it's a story there, and it's family.
Yes.
Which we all know draws eyes because people understand.
And before we get off here, let me mention this, brother. Let's give our hats off to Dominik Mysterio, brother. Last night, Monday night on Raw, he showed just not only me but everybody back there that he's the guy. He has more heat than anybody.
Yes.
And they did him just like they used to do Vickie Guerrero.
Yes.
They wouldn't even let Vickie Guerrero talk. As soon as you open my mouth, they start putting. I saw that with Dominik last night. So that story is over, brother, because it's family.
I tell you what I loved about that too. If you watch that promo during the ring, Finn Balor and I think actually all three of the other guys were kind of keying him in. Hold on. They would tell him, you could tell they're giving him, coaching him a little bit. Let it build before you say something.
Yeah,
and he caught on.
Let the heat build.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the fans
I'd
wouldn't let him
have did
talk.
even more than that. I'd have just handed one of them the mic and like I was going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd have really popped on that.
The fans wouldn't let him talk.
No.
And like you say, it reminded me of Vickie Guerrero right off the top. It's like, great stuff.
That's major heat.
All right, let's see. Somebody else I want to talk about real quick. Judgment Day is going to Raw, and now his name's just escaped me. Damian Priest last night looked like a star. Now, I don't know. There's something. I saw him, and all I could see was a rival to Roman Reigns. There was a look between the two of them that you're like, man, these guys going head to head could be really good stuff.
They look like each other.
They do. They favor each other very much.
Yeah.
So, Teddy, do you know Damian? Do you know much about him?
Not a whole lot, but I do know him. I met him. Nice guy.
He comes across like a nice guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him backstage many times. He's very anal about his hair. His hair's got to be perfectly groomed there, but he's a really good talent. I've known him since he was in the indie days, and he's worked himself up old school, so to say, working in the indies for so many years. And I hope that he becomes a mega superstar, because I think his promo that he did in the ring last night, I felt the same way you did. He was main event Damian Priest.
Yeah, the presentation last night, whatever he did, he came out with a confidence I've not seen from him before, and everything just said, "Oh, this is a star right here." And I would imagine that's somebody that Vince would even look at going, he's big, because he is a tall guy, isn't he, Teddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks tall, so I mean, sometimes you can't tell, but he looks like a tall guy.
He's a tall guy, he's no giant, but he's a big guy.
Yeah. All right, let's see. SmackDown got Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega. And
the LWO.
The LWO. And Zelina Vega, I think looks like they're going to be pushing her pretty hard.
Well, they should, man, because she's a real nice lady, too. She has a great attitude. And I watched her go over one of her matches the other night. I just sit back and, watch. And so she's very serious about her work. And she wants it real bad. Outstanding lady, man. I hope that all good things happen for her, too.
Going to Raw was WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. SmackDown got Asuka. Raw got Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, The New Day, and maybe we'll see Big E soon. I'm starting to hear that maybe he's starting to heal pretty nice.
Hope so.
SmackDown, Sheamus, Butch and Ridge Holland, the Brawling Brutes are going that way. In round 4 on Raw, they got Trish Stratus. So we're going to see Trish around for a while.
Well, I'm surprised at that, because I didn't think she was going to really come back to a near full-time schedule.
I didn't either.
I'll go back to what you said earlier, Bill. Everybody has a price.
True.
Yes.
True.
You're right.
And let's see, going to SmackDown, Karrion Kross and Scarlett. And going to Raw, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Yeah. SmackDown grabbed LA Knight. And LA Knight is somebody that I also think has an opportunity to be really big in the WWE, because the fans love this guy. It just let him roll, because the guy is really entertaining.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We also have round 5. God, how many rounds we got? Braun Strowman and Ricochet went to Raw. SmackDown got Shotzi. Raw got Bronson Reed. And SmackDown got, who is this? Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Pretty Deadly. Okay. Pretty Deadly is the NXT group. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. But Bronson Reed, he's starting to really climb up. When you're talking about like Damian Priest and people that are really coming out into the forefront, Bronson Reed is an old school bad guy. He's got the look for it. He's got the attitude for it. And he's scary when he comes on TV.
Yeah. Who's a good opponent for him?
Wow. Cody.
Really? You think Cody already? Cody and Bronson?
Why not?
How about Bronson and Omos?
There you go.
Or Bronson and Otis, I would love to see as well.
Is Otis too much of a comedy act right now?
That's what I was going to say. That's too much ha-ha.
Yeah.
They need to move Otis out of ha-ha, because he's really good.
But he's entertaining though with that ha-ha, man.
I agree. I agree.
There's a T-shirt in the haha somewhere. All right. Raw has Otis and Chad Gable, which we were just talking about Otis. SmackDown got Rick Boggs. Raw got Katana Chance and Caden Carter. And SmackDown got Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's really big on NXT. I think he'll do very well in a character role on his brand.